Good evening. My name is Amanda Campbell, and I'm speaking tonight as president of Fairfax County Special Education PTA. I was disappointed to see that there are only 3 mentions of accessibility in the entire CIP document, all pointing to the ADA, but with no real explanation of what that means in practice in FCPS. As I'm sure everyone at this dais can agree, technically meeting the requirements of a law is not always the same thing as meeting the spirit of the law. Unfortunately, there are cases of this regarding accessibility in FCPS. For example, the playgrounds are all considered to be ADA compliant, but I ask you, are we truly providing accessibility if there's only one piece of playground equipment that a person with mobility impairments can access? Are we providing accessibility when that one piece of playground equipment can only be gotten to by crossing yards of thickly mulch-covered ground that wheelchairs, walkers, or other mobility aids cannot actually traverse? My written comments submitted to you contain more detail with photographic documentation as well. We ask that FCPS include a plan within the CIP to identify a queue of playground renovations to address playground accessibility, prioritizing school sites that have consistently had higher numbers of students with accessibility needs. Another similar issue relates to accessible parking spaces. Each school does have accessible parking spaces, which meets the requirements of the law. Yet for elementary schools, at least, many of those spaces are located in the bus loop and then in the section of the parking lot that's impacted by kiss and ride. What this means in practice is that these spaces are not accessible when they are most needed during the day, arrival and dismissal times. We ask that FCPS audit the current accessible parking spot locations and whether or not they are accessible during arrival and dismissal, and then develop a district-wide plan to address the changes needed to ensure that these spaces are available during the highest traffic times at all schools. In future iterations of the CIP, to increase ADA accountability, we would love to see the CIP explicitly include accessibility needs in the individual school renovation plans, as well as a section of the overall CIP dedicated specifically to accessibility in the same way that there is a section dedicated to environmental sustainability. Thank you.